Good evening, everyone. This is BremSter, and tonight I'm coming to you with a puzzle called #Quadruples by ProRock. This puzzle is actually 4 stars on Logic Masters Germany. However, my tester turned around and said, take a look at this one, you'll love it. So I normally don't look at 4-star puzzles without a strong recommendation. This one came with a strong recommendation. So rather than prevaricate on other stuff, I'm going to jump straight in. I have to admit, I find some of this very weird. Why the thermos are different colors and everything is kind of breaking my brain, and I don't like it. But it's the way it is, so let's have a look. So normal Sudoku rules apply. In every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. We have quadruples, which is where the #quadruples comes from. So digits in a circle appear in its surrounding cells. Basically, these 4 cells will contain 1, 3, 4, 5. These will contain 5, 7, 8, and 9. These will contain 2, 3, 4, 5. The quadruples are positioned in a way that's going to be very, very weird. I'm not sure how this is going to work. Thermo, digits on thermometer must strictly increase from bulb to the end. There's always different wording on rules. One of the things I've done is I've spoken to people about this before. I went through and I spent actually several months grabbing hundreds of examples of wording of rules for all of the common rules. And then I tried to bring those down, find what were the common elements of all of them, and then I presented those to a technical testing team. I work with a bunch of technical testers, and I spent time working through and figuring out which wordings they were actually able to do, and they were able to understand as people who didn't solve Sudoku, and came up with a document which I thought was a really good reference document that most people just don't want to even acknowledge exists. But I tried to put together a reference document of how our rules could be phrased concisely and cleanly based on hundreds of examples of the way people have phrased rules, in order to make it all work. And people have just turned around and said, I'm just going to do it my way. It's like, okay, fine. It's just a lot of the rules I see, this one's okay, but a lot of the rules I see they're not clear. And I've tried to go through and get, as I said, people not in the community to test. I should link to that on my Patreon. My Patreon is available for free. Let's start this again. So normal Sudoku rules: in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 placed without repetition. Quadruples: the digits in the 4 cells will be the 4 cells in the circle. We just don't know the order. Thermo: digits increase along thermos. I still don't know why they're different colors. Killer cages, the digits in the cages, in the cage must sum to the number in the small clue in that cage. And arrows, digits along an arrow. So these two digits, the sum will get put there. This is very weird. I'm not sure how this is going to work. Restart. Let's give this a shot. So, do I want to look here? Like, this is maximum 9, maximum 8, maximum 7, maximum 6, maximum 5. So this is 1, 2, or 4 only, because these are 1, 2, 4, 7. So this is anything 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. And 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is not where to look. So this is from 1, 2, 4 only. Okay, this is not where to look. And these 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, except this is 2, 3, and this is 1, 2, because I can't put 7 down here, and these are for 1, 2, 3, 7. So 7 is in one of those two. Now, one of 1 or 3 has to be over here. No, that's not going to be it. Can't put 3 into any of those cells because of the ways the quadruples are lining up. So one of the things I've looked for is where you have quadruple clues like this, which are lining up, but not overlapping, because none of them in here do. And they share a digit, but they have to overlap on the same line like these do. These overlap on this line between row 7 and row 8. They are taking up the digits that they share in those rows, because there must be a 3 in here and a 3 in here. But I've only got 2 3s in row 8 and row 9. So wherever the 3 goes around here, it's going to play... So if I put the 3 here, it means that the 3 will have to go in row 9 for this quadruple, and I've taken up the 3s in row 8 and row 9, and that's going to work the same for the 7. So I can never put 3 or 7 in any of those cells. But I know the 7 is here anyway. This can't be a 7. These can't be 7. But I could put 7 here and then up here. Three can't go in any of those. There's not a lot of overlap. 5 can't go in any of those. There is not a lot of overlap. There could be something going on with Fistemafel here. There could be, actually. But maybe not. So in this corner, I can't put 5. I can't put 3, but they're the only digits I think I can't put in there. In this corner, I can't put 5 and I can't put 7. In this corner, I can't put 7 or 3. And in this corner, I can't put 7 or 3. So the question is, do I have to put a 3 in those cells? Because if I have to put a 3 in those cells, I couldn't put it here. I couldn't put it here, and I couldn't put it here. It'd have to go up here. So do I have to put a 3 in those cells? But I don't see how to prove that. I can only put a maximum of 1 3 in blue. Okay, what am I talking about? Okay, so the concept here, and this may not be needed, but the concept here is the cells in blue are exactly the same digits as the digits in blue are exactly the same digits as the digits in yellow. I'm not going to prove that at all. I'm going to look at a different set. I'm going to look at these, those. Let's try this. Those are 4 sets of the digits 1 to 9, because we know in this column we're going to have one complete set of 1 to 9, because that's the rules of Sudoku. And then we will have exactly the same here. So in the yellow, we're going to have 4 1s, 4 2s, 4 3s, 4 4s, all the way up to 4 9s. And we're going to have the same in these. These are going to be 4 1s, 4 2s, 4 3s, 4 4s, all the way up to 4 9s. Now, I could have done the same by doing these, and that may have been more powerful, actually. But I'm more interested in these because of these thermos. Now, blue and yellow now contain exactly the same digits, but if I remove the same digit from both blue and yellow are still identical. So I can remove anything that is in both sets and still maintain exactness. So I can remove those and I've still got exactly the same digits. But the difference between blue and yellow now is what is on the thermos. And that's why I picked that set. The question is, what is the difference between blue and yellow? Now, yellow has 2 1s, blue has 2 1s, which makes sense because I couldn't put a 1 in any of those. I can't put a 2 in any of those, so I'm going to have the same number of 2s. I have to. There's 1 2 here and there's 1 2 here. Now, blue has 2 3s, yellow has 3 3s. So there must be an extra 3 in blue somewhere. Because I need to get a third 3 into blue. And the only place I can put it is there. That's 3, that's 2, that's 1. This is a 3-7 pair. Beautiful. Now, 4s. There's 2 4s in blue, but only 1 4 in yellow. So now I need to get another 4 into yellow. And the only place I could put it is there. No, it could put it in either of those two. Can't put it here because this is at least 2 higher than 3. So there's a 4 in one of those two, which means this cannot be a 4. This is a 1 or a 2. This 3 means there's a 3 in one of those two, which means there's a 3 in one of those two. This 3 means there's a 3 in one of those two, which means there's a 3 in one of those two. Okay. This is a 4-star puzzle, I suppose, maybe. I mean, I haven't got to the end of it yet. So 5s. There's 2 5s in yellow, but only 1 5 in blue. So I need to put a 5 in yellow. Actually, so there's a 5 in yellow. So there's a 5 in one of these. So I can put 4 in here. I can put 5 in one of those because I can't put 5. 6s. I've got 2 6s in blue, but only 1 in yellow. So I need to put a 6 in blue somewhere. 7s. I've got 3 7s in yellow and only 2 in blue. So I need to put another 7 in yellow. So there's a 7 in here. 8s. I've got 2 8s in blue and only 1 in yellow. So this is 4, 5, 7, 8. I've missed a digit somewhere. I've missed a digit somewhere. Because I don't have this imbalance right. 9, there's going to be 1 more. There's 2 in yellow and 1 here. So there has to be a 9 here. What's the other digit? There's 2 2s in blue. There's 2 2s. There's 1 2 in yellow. Wait, what? 2 2s in blue. 1 2 in yellow. So there had to be a... Oh! Hang on, I've got this wrong. Let's do this again. This is still correct. I'm not convinced about that. So I'm going to roll back to... This is 2 3, this is 1 2. I'm going to roll back to here. I'm going to get rid of all these 3 pencil marks. I'm going to get rid of this completely. Okay. I'm still convinced about this, but I obviously made a mistake. 1s. There is 2 1s in blue. There are 2 1s in yellow, which makes sense. Now, 2s. There are 2 2s in blue. There's 1 2 in yellow, so I have to put another 2 in yellow. So this has to be a 2. This has to be a 1. 3. 1, 2, 3 in yellow, 2 in blue. So I have to put another 3 into blue. So this has to be the 3 because I can't put it in any of those. 3, 2, 1. That is still true. This is 3, 7. So these 3s were all correct. That 3 means 3 is in here, which puts 3 up here. But 4, I've got 2 4s in blue. 1 in yellow. So I have to put a 4 in yellow. So there's a 4 in one of those. Can't put it in either of those because it's too far from the 3. That's the 4. 5. I've got 2 in yellow, 1 in blue. So I need to put another 5 in yellow. So this becomes 4. No, I'm broken again. No, I had to put a 5 in blue. So there's a 5 in one of those. It can't be there. Sorry, I've got 2 in yellow and 1 in blue. I'm losing track of what I'm doing. 6. 1, 2 in blue, 1 in yellow. So I need to put a 6 in yellow. 7, I've got 3 in yellow and 2 in blue. So I need to put a 7 in blue. 8, I've got 1 in yellow and 2 in blue. So I need to put an 8 in yellow. So this becomes 6, 8, and I know the order. And 9, I've got 2 in yellow and 1 in blue, so I need to put a 9. So there needs to be, well, this can't be a 9. This is lower than 6. This is 5. This is 7. This is 9. And that is the break-in. That is the break-in to the puzzle. I'm sure of it. And now I can just get rid of the colours because I've used it to place these digits. 9 puts 9 in one of those two. The 7 puts 7 in one of those two. The 8 puts 8 in one of those two. The 7 here puts 7 in one of those two. 7 and 7 puts 7 down here. Not sure. There's going to be more to figure out. I'm wondering if I'd need to use set again to get these corners. That could be possible. Or at least these digits, because I could repeat it with those digits. That's amazing. I could repeat it on those digits. In fact, that's a 1. Because I can repeat it on those digits. That's crazy. 2 is down here. That's got to be true. 4 is up here. This is 7, 8. So this, I'll use it if I need it. These are 5, 9, which means 5 is down here. 5 is in one of those two. This is 4 or 7. This is 1, 8 because the 1 is looking across here, the 8 is looking down. So this is 1, 8, which means this is 3, 6, which puts 6 up here. I could do the same trick to force what digits go into those. Maybe I should actually, because what I can do is say, I'm going to, you know, I normally don't use set and I'd almost never use double sets, but this is fascinating. Yellow is 4 sets of the digits 1 to 9. Blue is 4 sets of the digits 1 to 9. And I can remove any cells that have duplicates. So we end up with that. But now we can do the same trick. There's 2 1s in everything. So there's 2 1s in blue. So I can't, so these cells are not going to, so what I'm looking at is these cells here. So I don't need to put any extra 1s in blue or yellow. I can't remember which cells had the extras. So I have to do this again. It's just my memory. 2. I've got 1, 2, no, that can't be right. There's 2 2s in blue and 1 2 in yellow. So I need to put a 2 in one of those. So there's a 2 up here because of this 2. 3, I've got 1, 2, 3 versus 1, 2. So I need to put a 3 in blue, but because I can't put a 3 in here because of the 3, 6. So this is a 3, 5 pair. 4, I've got 1, 2, 2 in blue and 1 in yellow. So I need to put a 4 in yellow. So there's a 4 in one of those. 5. Hang on, 5's going to... Oh, I've already got an extra 5 here. So there's going to have to be an extra 5 in blue. 1, 2, and 1. There has to be an extra 5 in blue, and it's already there. 6. There's a 6 there. There's a 6 there, and there's a 6 there. So I need to put an extra 6 in yellow. So there's an extra 6 in one of these. There's a 2 up here. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need to put a 7 in blue. So there's a 7 in one of those two. 8, 1. This is the slow way of doing it. I'm just trying to make sure that people can follow what I'm doing. So I need to put an extra 8 in yellow. So there's an 8 in one of those, but it's not up there. So there's an 8 down there, and there must be an 8 down here. And 9, there's a 9 here, here, and here. So I need to put an extra 9 into blue, and this becomes a 7-9 pair. Now, this row, as I said, this had to be a 1 because this has got everything but a 1 in it. And I now need to check what is going on with, why does my phone keep buzzing? Because with everything going on in my life right now, I can't ignore a buzzing phone. I can ignore that on a buzzing phone though. So I could do that trick again and prove that that is a 1 and get that as a 4-9 pair. This is 2, 4, 6, 8. So now I've got to figure out the next trick. So... is it this 18 cage? Don't know. I can tell that's not 8, 7. But I'm not sure how to use that. 3 is over here. These are 2, 4, 7. So what is the trick? So this is 6, 8, 9. There's no 4 in any... Right, where's 4 in this box? The 4 looking down says there's no 4 here. There's no 4 around the quadruple. This is a 3, 5. That's a 1. That's the 4. The 4 comes out of there. This is 2, 7. Can I do that trick anywhere else? 3 is in one of those two because of the 3 looking down here. 8 is in one of those two. 2 looking up means this is a 2, 8 pair. So this is 1, 2, 3. This is a 3, 9 pair. And the 3, 6 makes that the 9 and that the 3. This is really cool. I could see why my tester said that this one would be right up my alley, though I haven't solved it yet. This is a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So these are 4 and 5. Seven is down here. Right, 7 is on the quadruple down here because 7 is knocked out of that cell. That can't be 1, 2, 3. It could be 4, 5. It can't be 4. This can't be 1, 2, 3, 4. Could be 5, 6. Or 9 only. Seven in this box. Can't go in those. That's a 7. So this is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. But if this is 6, 8, 9, that's the 2 and that's the 8. There can't be a 9 there? Why can't there be a 9? Oh, because the 9 around this quadruple. This is a 6 or an 8. That could be interesting. This is a minimum of 4 because I can't put 1, 2, or 3 on it. So this is a minimum of 4. So this is a minimum of 5. So this is 5, 6, 8, or 9. Because it can't be 7. Don't think that's it yet. I think this 18 cage is going to be the trick. And if I was better at middling digit 4-cell cages, I find 4-cell cages quite perturbing. This quadruple, 1, 2, 4, 6. Let's put that in and see what I can find. There's no 2 there. There's no 6 in either of them. There's no 1 or 4 there. That's the 2. Of course, I know what this triple is. This is a 1, 4, 5. And there's no 1 on that quadruple. That's a 4, 5. That's a 1. There's no 1 there. There's no 1 there. This is a 4, 5. So this is a 2, 3. There's no 2 here. The 2 says 2's not here either. This is starting to be a bit more interesting, maybe? As I said, if this is an 8, this can't be a 7. If this is an 8, this is a 3. But I can't see how to use that. I reckon I've got to be able to get these quadruples. And I can't see it yet. So these are from 135. And these are from 145. This is from 678. So 1 is in one of those two. Interesting, because that's going to line up with that quadruple. So there's no 1 in any of those. So there's no 1 there. Yeah, there's no 1 there. So 1 is in this box. 1 can't go in any of those cells because of the 1, 8 looking across. I can't put 1 on the quadruple, and I can't put 1 in any of those. That's the 1. This is 5, 6, or 9. Because it can't be 4 because of the 4 looking down. If this is 6, it would be 1, 5. And the 1 would be here. So it'd be 1 and 5. And if that's a 5, that's a 5. And that doesn't work. This can't be a 6. Okay, let me explain. If this is a 6, it can't be 2, 4, because I can't put 4 on either of these. So the only way to make the 6 would be 1 and 5. Now, we can't put 1 here, so this would have to be the 1, and this would have to be the 5. But if I put 5 here, because of the 5s in these quadruples, a 5 here would put a 5 here, and then I couldn't put a 5 in either of those two cells, and we're broken. This is an 8. This is a 6, 9, and there's no 6 here. This is a 7, 8. This 8 now, it can't be 1, 7, so there's no 1 here. So the 1 is definitely here. This becomes a 3, 5, and this becomes 1, 4. So this can't be 1, 7. 2, 6 would be 2 and 6. 3, 5 would, 2 and 6. 3, 5, because of the 2, 3 here, would be 5 and 3. That's the only possibility. And that is now a 4, 5, 6 triple. So this is the one, which I had earlier. Damn. Okay, so 4 is in one of those two. Still missing something, aren't I? But that was very cool. Still, yeah. Yeah. Where's 5 in this row? That 3-5 pair makes that the 4, which makes that the 6, which makes that the 5, which makes that the 3, which makes that the 5, which makes that the 3, which makes that the 9, which makes that the 5. Da 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 da. The 2-6 looks down, taking the 6 out of there. This is 4-8, which means this is the 5, and there's no 5 here. The 6-9 looks back, making that the 4, which lines up for what the column is. Now, these have to sum to 14. So if this was a 7, these would have to sum to 7 and would be 1 and 6. If this is an 8, these would have to sum to 6. This can't be an 8. If this is an 8, we would be at 12. These would have to sum up to 6, which would either be 7 and minus 1 or 3 and 3. That's the 1, that's the 8. These are 5. These have to sum to 13, which can't be 3 and 10. So this is 7 and 6. 5, 11, 18. Bam. This is the 3. Beautiful cage. That makes this the 3 and this the 6. The 3 looks up making that the 2 and that the 3. This is 2, 5, 9. There's no 2 there or there. There's a 2 in the corner. These are a 5, 9. Do I have this yet? These are 6, 7, and 9. There's no 7 there, so this is the 7. These are 3, 6, 9. So there's no 6 or 9 here because this is a 3, 6, 9 triple. That's been there for a while. Just didn't use it. This row, there's no 4 in any of those. Why don't I have 4 there? Because if this is 4, this would have to be 1, 2, 3, and it can't be. So this is the 4, this is the 8. 8 now can't be in any of those, or any of those, or any of those. That's the 8. Which is cool, but doesn't seem to be that restrictive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is a 4, 5 pair. Okay. And the 4 looks down, making that the 5 and that the 4. So it gave me a bunch of digits, 3 and 5. It's a very unusual way of using a thermo, but I like it. The 5 looks across, making that the 9 and that the 5. The 9, this can't be 9 or 3. That's the 6. So this is the 9, this is the 3. I still need to put a 9 around this quadruple, 9 and 6. The 2, 7, I don't know how to resolve. The 9 looks up making that the 7 and that the 9. The 5 looks up making that the 4 and that the 5. These are a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. These are a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 8. But this needs to be lower than this. If this was an 8, that would have to be a 9. That's the 4, that's the 8. Again, beautiful way of using a thermo because the 7 is the only thing higher than the 4. The 7 makes that the 8 and that the 7. The 4 makes that the 1 and that the 4. This is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 6, 9. There's no 9 there. This is a 2, 6, 9 triple. So that's the 7 and that's the 2, which looks like making that the 8 and that the 7. I could have used the 8 to do that. This can't be a 9 because this would need to be higher than 9 and it can't be. So this is in order because of the thermo. 2-cell thermo is doing a massive job. This is the 9, this is the 6. The 2, 6 makes that the 9. The 2 looks across making that the 6 and that's the 2. 31 minutes. Okay. I don't know why that is a 4-star puzzle on Logic Masters Germany when I have seen way harder puzzles that are rated. I've seen way harder puzzles rated 1 star. That was stunning. I can't say it's my favorite quadruples puzzle I've seen recently because I've been solving, I've recorded like 30 videos that you haven't seen yet for a quadruple pack that we're doing, but that was magical. It is up there. It really is a phenomenal quadruple puzzle. I loved that. And puzzles with multiple sets. I don't think I needed to use this. I could see right away that that had to be a 1 without doing the set again. But my job here is to explain. Well, my job here is to have fun, but I also try and explain what I've seen. And when I saw this had to be a 1, I had to explain why, and taking the time to go through first principles, I reckon I could have, without explaining, probably solved this puzzle in under 20 minutes. How is this a 4-star puzzle? Like Logic Masters Germany, which focuses heavily on people rating puzzles way lower. This is the first time in ages I've seen a puzzle where it's like, I think this is probably, like, I think this is a 4-star puzzle because it's got multiple, it's got set in it and it's not a standard set, but it's incredibly well telegraphed. I think this is a 4-star puzzle, but I think it's an easy 4-star puzzle. So Logic Masters Germany, I would have thought would rate this as a 2. Okay, I don't get it. I absolutely don't get it. Beautiful puzzle. Absolutely stunning. This is to the person who recommended this and got permission from ProRock for me to do it. Thank you so much. This is absolutely stunning. I've been blessed lately with great puzzles. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you got stuck and needed help, I'm hoping the video did everything you needed. That was great. Thanks everyone. And as always, good luck with your solving.